Welcome back to Mascot Media Video YouTube channel. My name is Gilbert Angonye. My job is to make the web development simple and easy for you in this generation of IT so you can start and finish building your web project. If you value this video, enable to give it a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. It goes a long way to growing our channel and to make sure that you never miss out of any new updates.
In our today's tutorial, we get over to HTML media. HTML media. We create a folder we call media. Inside the folder, we have our file, which is media.html or media1.html. Media.html. Here we have our page, media, HTML media, HTML5 media. Let's see if we can go to our live server to see what we have. There's nothing you can see there. If I expand this, you can see title HTML5 media. That's the only thing. There's nothing in this. But the page is ready, but you can't see anything. All these elements here cannot put any single thing. So we come here to have our this, which is HTML5 media. Then we save. It's up there running. Now, when we're talking of media, you need to be aware of this. What we're considering is audio, video. Right? These are the two things I am considering inside this media. These are the two things I'm considering inside this media: audio and video in HTML5. I could remember in those days, but before then, you see that HTML5 provides a standard for playing audio files. HTML5 provides a standard for playing audio files. Before HTML5, there was no standard for playing audio files on a web page. Audio files can only be played with a plugin like Flash. I definitely remember. The HTML5 audio element specifies a standard way to embed audio in a web page. In the audio element, is specified, is stated the standard, the unique way, or I call it unique way to embed audio in a web page. This HTML5 standard supports only MP3, supports only .mp3, I mean the audio, .wav, and .ogg. .ogg. These are the extension files, file names that MP3 only support. .mp3, .wav, and .ogg. But we also have MP4 audio. That one is also compatible with our HTML5 audio. Now, MP3 is the newest format for compressed recorded music. The term MP3 has become synonymous with digital music. If your website is about recorded music, I think you have to use a MP3. If you are building a site and it's about recorded music, use a MP3 extension. So let's see if we can start something. Since I told you it's only audio and video, let me put an element here. Of course, you know that one. If you're not used to it, that is underlined. Now let's go straight to our audio element. In our audio element, we have controls. That is controls. Don't forget that. That is an attribute. We're back to element and attribute. When I save this, let's see what we have. I don't need to tell you that something has happened. If you look at the browser, you are seeing something. Just that controls. If I remove that controls and save, nothing will show. But with the help of that attribute, something is there at the browser. But it cannot play. Cannot play because we've not put other things. Cannot play because we've not put other things. Inside this, we have our source element, not source attribute. Inside this, we have our source element. Inside the source element, we have our source attribute. This is source. Source inside source. Attribute is inside element. So the one that is inside is called attribute. This is a property attribute, no value attribute yet. This is an element. For those of you taking an exam or students, you need to be careful with these things. This is an element. The first source is an element. The one inside is a property attribute. Then the one that we're waiting, that is waiting for us to enter, to insert now, is the value attribute. I have some files here. So the question now is, let's go and look for it in the folder I have. So let's go out because we are in a folder called media and there's nothing in that folder. You were here when I created the folder. I did not put anything. There's something in that directory out there. So let's look for it by going out. Let's go out from that media. We'll go back a step. Then you have seen every single thing in that place. Where I put that thing is the audio video. So I select the audio video. Inside the audio video, you can see a lot of things. 3 things here. The first one is freedom.mp3. The other one is mascotintro.mp4. The other one is with bubbles.mp3. So we can choose the first one since it's an mp3. It's an audio file. So that is the source and that is the name. We're not through with that. If you let's save and see. I don't know if you can hear that. It's playing. Can you hear the sound? Alright. Wait for us for coming. But not yet through yet. So we have type. What type of file is this? It's an audio file. Okay, what type of audio file? Slash. What type of audio file? So what type of audio file is that? It's MPEG. Then we save it. If this is a .wav file, is /wave. If this OGG file, it is /OGG. But MP3, the type is audio /MPEG. You see, if you can play the music, you can play it on, it will play. I don't know if you can hear it. Probably it's not picking it. If you're picking it, if you can hear it, that's good. But if you cannot, the music is blasted. So I can mute it. Then I can tell it go on. Alright. So for now, I only gave you 2 attributes, or probably 3 attributes. We have for the audio, we have controls. That is the real control we have in this very media. If you don't put that controls, probably let's see what will happen. Let's remove the controls and see what happens. We save and everything is gone. But along the line, we see why and how we can remove the controls. But for now, we assume that the controls cannot be removed. Okay, that's it. We have to move to the next one. I'm not going to break it in pieces. I have to loop them together. So the next one is, let me copy this and paste. But before I paste, let me give you a heading. Loop. We can loop this music. So I to continue. All right, before we get into that, I will not fail to tell you that the media files or the types, for the types, if we are considering the types, if the file is mp3, mp3 files, .mp3 files, type will be equal to mpeg, put a break tag. If it is .ogg files, the type will be equal to audio/ogg. Type will be equal to audio/mpeg. Then this is this. Then if is a .wav file, the type will be audio/wave. I said initially that these are the 3 extension files that HTML5 can accept that are compatible with them. So the type, this is what you put in the types. You can see them at the browser. So that's it. So let's go over to if the music is looped, what happens? Sometimes you can write your browser does not support audio. Your browser does not support audio. You have the music files to play. That means your browser didn't support it, and you will get that message. Okay, let's have this and speed it up a little. I save this. Both of them will appear. Let me loop this and see what happens. By putting that attribute loop, you will see what will happen now. I save it and refresh. It's not autoplay, so it's not going to play that. But let's see what happens. I play it here. I want you to watch the time. Look at the time as it's going. And speed it up and move. Do you see what happened? Okay. It will continue. After playing that, it will continue again. Watch the time. It will jump to the beginning. It continues again. With that attribute and something is happening, the music can play. So you can practice that and do that just because of that attribute. Alright, let's pause the music so I will stay focused. Please, someone may ask, this attribute, why is it like this? I've told you before, For example, when we treated the attribute, I said something like that. If you have an attribute, probably you have style, or you have an input, input type of input is text. Then we can also have autofocus. It's just single. Both the property attribute and the value attribute are just inside that autofocus. So someone may ask a question, say, what happened to the controls and what happened to the loop if you call them attributes? Yes, they are single, and that's how they are. There's nothing that could be done to it. Okay, that's by the way. So with the attribute loop, that music can loop. If there's one single music, one single file, it will loop and loop and loop and loop. Hope you get the idea. So that is what we mean by looping. When they are looped, when music like that are looped, they will continue to play. Just the attributes and nothing else. Okay, I can put another one. So there's no heading for here. Please put a heading loop. Let me still have another one, which is mute. Yeah, mute it, muted. I save that. You can mute. You can, after when I refresh, you saw what happened here. The volume is gone, muted. Play it, you can't hear anything. Unmute it, you can hear now. Unmute it again. So some of the YouTube videos of some channels, you go to some pages you go to. I know you normally experience something like this, where as it opens, it's already muted, you cannot play. It won't be good. Someone goes to a site, open the media, open the video or media, probably in a very uncomfortable place to play music, and all of a sudden the thing start blasting up and down. So most times it's good for programmers to know that they're supposed to mute this. Then the user now can now unmute it to enjoy the music if they want. But to be inappropriate, you get to a page unknowingly and the audience won't be comfortable with it. That won't be good. Okay, so that is what we get in mute. In mute, we use the attribute muted. Then we'll go to autoplay. Head to autoplay. Still with our controls. I can go with HR. I can go on. Did I get that? No, not that place. I can go with HR. HR. You know what that HR means? The horizontal row. We saw it in element. When I save, you will see it. If I open it, you can see the lines. So that is it. All right, let's go to autoplay. Let's continue with autoplay. Then the autoplay now, I'll give you two types of autoplay. Autoplay means you get it and you start playing. You just open the browser and start playing. The loop cannot play. Mute cannot play. It's only autoplay attribute. It's only autoplay attribute that can, when you refresh, you start playing. So now we see autoplay of the audio file. I'll give you two types of autoplay. Here now we have autoplay. It's an attribute. I save. Start playing. You refresh, you start playing, doesn't stop. I refresh again. But this one here now, because I'm inside the page, it could not play. But let me refresh it from here. All right, if you look at these two browsers, you can see the difference between two of them. The outputs are not the same. You see what is going on. The outputs, we don't have the same outputs. The colors, everything is not the same. So that's what we see in autoplay. It start playing without wasting time, without waiting for commands, without waiting for anything. Okay, let's see. There's autoplay with control. Autoplay with controls. Let's have an autoplay without control. Autoplay without control. We have two of them. Two of them are playing at the same time, but let's put something there. The first one is autoplay with control. I can decide to remove the second. This is the last one there. I remove the attributes control. If the attribute is removed, we save. Let me pause this first one with control because we have the control. I'll pause that first one with control. There's a one here, down here. The audio is down here. That is the one that is blasting the music. It cannot be seen. So you can easily trick some friends. They open a browser and music start playing. Look at the page. There's nothing in the page, but it's blasting up and down. How do we stop it? There's no way to stop that. I save. It starts again. If you loop it, that will be here for somebody. If you loop it, that means after playing, it stops and goes, it stops and plays again. It stops and plays again. It stops. Keep on playing, keep on stopping, keep on playing continually. Alright. We put back the control, which is autoplay. Put back the controls. Since we have the controls, we stop it now. And I think we can now rest. Okay, having seen all this, I think I've done enough on this audio of a thing in HTML5. After this now, I'll get over to video. So let's get over to video to see what we'll have. Thank you and see you there. Okay, let's see. Inside me there, we have a file, a video. Record the other one audio, but no problem. HTML5. Okay, we get to our page, and now we name it very well, which is a video. HTML5 video, and I'll head to HTML5 video. Let's go back to our live server so it's easier for us to see what we're doing. HTML5 video. The video in HTML5 came the same way with audio in HTML5. Previously, there was no standard for showing videos on a web page. Before then, videos could only be played with a plugin like Flash, which we saw in HTML5 audio. The HTML5 video element specifies a standard way to embed a video in a web page. So we go on with the video element in HTML5. So let's see the syntax. And because it is video, I would like to give some dimension. Like we say width, let's say I have 320, and let's say I have 420 in the width. Then height should be lesser. I have 350. And let's put our controls. The controls here, the same thing in audio, but the only thing difference, they have the same attribute. The only difference here is just the element, the video and the element audio. That's the difference. That's what created the difference. Let me put break here, so it will not be hidden down. So inside the opening and closing tag video, we have our source. Here now, source element, like we did before. Inside the source element, we have a source attribute, where the source has to do with where is the file, where can we find the file, where can you see it. So the file is already in this media folder we have. We don't have any other, okay, we can see that video there, sorry, because the source is there. The control, sorry, because the control is there. You can see something. I accidentally save it and we have something here, but you cannot play it. You cannot play it for now. Okay, so there's no folder, there's no music file inside that media file folder. So we have to go back a step to see, or probably to get the location. So we'll go back. By going back, we have that audio video. Inside it, there's an MP4. I don't know if I forgot to tell you that video is the MP4. That's what we'll have there. So I have to click this MP4. And that is just the end. But what type of file is that? There is a type attribute. That type will have is a video file slash what? MP4. Video file slash MP4. Then we save. You can see that it has changed now. It has seen the source. We can play it. If you watch, you see that it's going. It's going. This is one of the videos, short videos I made. It's going. You don't need to be told that it's playing. That video is playing. It has no audio. But if it has an audio, it will also play. So I can't hear anything from this side. I don't expect to hear anything from that side too. So, but the video is playing. That's the major attribute we see here. So if your browser cannot support it, you can put, normally you can put your browser, because you don't know where the user is going to play it. It does not support. If it's not playing, you see it. And let me not forget to tell you that if the file happen to be, let's say source, if the file is not MP4, you have this source attribute, you put the source, maybe it's abc.ogg. That's the source, that's the file extension, is ogg. Then you have type, I don't know the music you will download. So you have video, what type of file is that? Is .ogg, so it's ogg. You have something like this. But what if it is not this? So ogg can also play in video here. So what I want to show you is the .mp4/ogg. This is mp3. Is .mp3, that's the extension file. So here you put, .mp4, please. This is .mp4, that's the extension file. So here is going to be /mp4. So if here is .ogg, it's going to be video/ogg. Don't forget, don't mix them up. Okay, so we have our video is playing. You can see play it and it's going. Okay, that is the basic syntax for video to start playing. Let's put other things which might be needed. Many source elements can link to different video files. The browser will use the first recognized format. For example, now if I put 2, 3, 4, 5 source elements and attributes, the first one will be accepted by the browser. If the first one is not accepted by the browser, it will jump it and go to the next one. Here now, I have this. Let's say, for example, I have something like this. Let me arrange this properly, please. Here now, I have this. If this is here, and another one is down here. These are source element and source attributes. The video will only play the one that the source is true. The video will only accept the one. It will jump this first one, then go straight to the next one. If I have time to take all these attributes, this value attribute, and put inside these places, it will only play that one that is available in the folder. Okay, so let's remove that. The other attributes, and I save. All right, so from what we have here, the source, the ABC that's the source of the video, but the extension is OGG. That's good. Then the type /OGG. As another one is a WebM. I'll copy this and paste. I have a WebM. Then the type, the video /WebM. They have OGG, you have MP4, and these ones are supported by MP4. Now, the control attributes as video controls like play, we have pause, we also have volume. When you put the controls at the browser, you will see play, pause, and volume. Of course, you know that when we do this and save, you go to the browser, these three things, they are there. You have the play is there, you have the volume is there. You can't see the pause, but when I put it, you see the pause. Okay, now width of 420 and height of 350. This is what we have. You can see it here. But let me change it to percentage and see what happens. The width has a percentage of 80%. You have seen what we have here is 80%. Then it's just choice. It depends on what you want to do. We have 80% now. Then let's see what the video is. That's how it is. 80% of the browser. You reduce it. So all these things are just choice. It depends on the one you want. It's giving us 80% on the browser. But one thing I like this percent of a thing is if you minimize the browser, it gives you the same percent. You don't need to shift your browser this side. You can see the first one, the initial one that will put width and height. You saw what happened. You have to shift it. If you're watching the video now, you have to shift it. But this here
Hi, my name
can
is
be played.
Gilbert
It's playing.
from Mascot Media Video.
And this,
If
you can see
validate
it.
attributes.
It's
When
still
we're talking
playing.
of attributes, these are the things that we put inside elements. Apart from the text we put inside elements.
I don't know if you can hear it. It's playing. It's playing. If I increase the browser,
take a look at. The
it
first
still gives
place,
us
let me say
80%
I have this
of the entire
style.
browser.
I want to change the appearance.
I can
of
reduce
this.
it
Let's say color
to
of this very
60%.
red. And let's
It refreshes and it's giving us 60%. So that's what percentage dimension can do to you. That's what we have in percentage dimension. Some people don't like using percent, some do. Depends on what you are building and what you want to achieve. There are other attributes that will be seen, which we also these attributes over there. I hope you understood what I said. We also these attributes in audio. Loop, let me not waste our time. Muted, autoplay. All of them you can separate them. I don't want to start splitting them. Since I've done them in audio, anywhere you want to use loop means after playing it plays again, after playing it plays that same video. Then use mute, the volume is muted. The autoplay is as soon as the page loads, it start playing. Then if you want to trick someone, which we have done before, let me not waste your time, is you remove the control. You loop it, remove the mute, autoplay, remove the control, and a lot will happen at the background. I don't think there's any other thing I'm supposed to give to you. If there's any other thing, probably, if I remember it, or if you know anything that you need in media, please don't fail to drop it right inside the comment section. We're always active to ensure that we give you the best in the comment section. Anyone we miss here, we'll get it there. If you request for any video, we'll try as much as possible. As far as it's inside our coverage, we'll try as much as possible to make sure we do that and upload it immediately. Please try everything you can. Go through it. If you have any issue, drop the issue in the comment section, and we will be here to always give you the best. So that's what we can stop for today on Media. Thank you, and see you then. Bye. Having gone this far, thank you for following me. This is our channel, Mascot Media Video. By name, I am Gilbert Angonye, presenting this very thing to you. It's my pleasure to have you here, and I'm happy you have gone with us up to this level. If you value this tutorial very much, please enable to click that like button, share to friends, and don't forget to subscribe. These are things that will make our channel grow. Like I always say, this channel is new, but I tell you that whatever we're teaching here is not new. But we are trying to put it in the better place, the better position, so that you can easily understand what we are doing here. We are teachers, and we are teaching. We are presenting the best to you, using the best approach, an approach that will make it easier for you to follow in what we are doing. That's what we can solve for now. Thank you, and see you next time. Bye.